Hi, MJ. Your smiling face shows that Bumrah will be playing tomorrow. So,
No, yeah, he's available. He's training today, so he should be available for tomorrow.
Rohit?
Rose looks good. He's going to bat today as well. It was just an unfortunate impact on his leg while batting, so it's uncomfortable. So we were traveling yesterday. He'll have a hit today, and then we'll do a assessment on that.
So no injury concerns as such.
Not that I know of.
Okay, one main question. So the power plays for Mumbai, they have lost too many wickets and have taken too few wickets in the power play, and also balls per wicket lost. I think it is the second worst in the league. You think that is the?
Yeah, I mean you're absolutely right. We've looked at those numbers as well. So, as any team, when you start the season with the new group of players, we will come across these issues. So that's something that we'll have to address. Agreed on the power plays that we need to take a bit more control on the power plays. Whenever we've done that, we've done well. So that's something that we're going to plan and see whether we can improve on that.
The addition of Bumrah to the team, it gives a completely different look to the team, especially in the slog overs. And when did he get the all clearance to play?
He arrived last night, and I believe they've cleared him. He had his sessions with NCA to finalize that. He's been handed over to our physios. Yeah, he should be. He's bowling today. All good, and we'll play tomorrow.
Yeah, as you spoke about the power plays with bowling and while batting as well, the finishing touches are not been coming as well. We can see the Chennai and the Gujarat pitches were not the ideal to go for those big shots, but still, that's an area of concern. If we see the scores are pretty less in the last 5 overs.
Yeah, I agreed. I think all teams, struggle to get early wickets on those wickets, and then we also struggle. We tried a few different things initially with new personnel as well. Chennai, we didn't even have Hardik in the lineup, so we were just adjusting combinations. Agreed that we need to take control, which we had that in our last Wankhede game. So if we can try and be aggressive as we were and execute, that's something that we're looking forward to. And keep building on it. I think GT game was something that, in my mind, that we were not in the game. All the other games, we were right in it. Even in LSG, we fought well. We were in a situation where we could have won, and we just didn't have that clinical execution. So as long as we're playing good cricket, and then if we can be ruthless in areas where we need to be ruthless as a unit, that's something that I'm working with the boys to make sure that that execution is there.
Hi Mahela, when you assembled as a team this season, were you clear upon who's going to play what role? Because 3 games too early in the tournament, but we've seen Namandir be shunt up and down the order. Do you know who's your lower order or finisher after Hardik, the batting firepower, etc.?
Well, obviously with the injuries that we had and the unavailability of players up front in the season, we had to stick to different combinations, and even Tilak batting in couple of positions. So Naman, when we wanted him, he was one of the versatile players that we have in our team. You need those kind of guys who can adapt to any conditions and bat at different places as well if we have injuries or which we have to do different things. So he's doing that for us. So I want to be a bit more flexible with our batting order given where we are and the talent, the skill that we have as well. So as long as we can have productivity from those guys in those different positions, that's going to give us a better advantage going forward. And that's the main reason for those guys moving up and down. And hopefully we can with injuries and all that, if we can settle into a group, that will also give us bit more stability.
Mahela, you mentioned Tilak. Have you had a chat with Tilak or either you or any of the other leadership group members have had a chat with Tilak, considering, at least for the old timers like you and some of us, it's still considered as a sort of a taboo mode of dismissal?
I know it's created by everyone, but the modern day it's much more tactical, and we keep changing batting lineups to match up certain bowling lineups and all that. So I don't see how different that is. As a batsman, I've had times where you go to bat and then you struggle to get through, and they bowled well to you. It's a combination of that, and he batted very well for us in last 3 games. Tough situations, like we've lost wickets early that he mentioned, and we built those partnerships and got us to situations that we need to. So that's what his role with that experience, what he's bring to the game, and I still value that. He's trying and he wasn't able to get going. So I just felt that it was my decision and to throw someone else to get those 2 hits. And Mitch has done that in the last few games. He was in decent form. I needed 2 hits to get to that 15 runs or 20 runs which we needed in that last over. So it was just a punt. It has nothing to do with Tilak, and I'm sure he'll walk in here and tomorrow and he'll win the match for us, and that's who Tilak is for us, and there's a lot of value for him in our camp.
Coach, given the kind of play that we've been seeing, that almost all the teams are very top heavy and expect their top order to perform and kind of carry their innings through bat till the end. Doesn't it become imperative for the top order to like bat through, and if it doesn't happen, like in the case of Mumbai Indians where the top order hasn't been clicking, it kind of puts pressure on people who have been performing like Surya and Hardik, who have to kind of push very hard towards the end?
No, the luxury that we have in our lineup is that we have the quality in Surya, Tilak and Hardik in the middle order. Maybe the experience that we have is something that some of the other teams might not have. We're not that top heavy. We've got a lot of cap players in the top as well as in the lineup. So I don't see the game, for us at least, going that way. I mean, yes, there are some games your top order will click, like the way we played against Calcutta here on the wicket. And then there are some instances that we've been thrown the challenge that we lost 2 wickets in LSG. We still lost the game by 12 runs, and up until the 15th over, we were right up there. 16th over, we were right up there. We lost a little bit of momentum in those last 2 overs. So we have the quality to beat a team from any situation. Just like I said earlier, we just need to be a bit more ruthless, clinical in some instance. I'm not just putting it on just batting, because even bowling, where we could have controlled things a bit better, we wouldn't have given those 20 runs extra on the field. So these are areas that we are trying to tidy up and try and be much more consistent all around. It is a tough tournament. We all know that. So the margins are very small. So we just need to try and be a bit more ruthless.
Hi. Apart from Rohit's recovery concern, how do you assess his batting performance in the last 3 games?
I mean, he had a couple of hits. He's batting well in the nets. If you're telling me like every 2 innings you're going to, look at someone's performance, it's a bit unfair. My memory, his last innings was the Champions Trophy winning knock. So we have to give and back the experienced guys and them coming to the party. And we've always, as Mumbai, we backed the core group to deliver for us. So we're going to do that. I mean, it was unfortunate that he got a knock in nets, and hopefully he'll be 100%. And then that's how we will continue to back the guys to get the results for us.
Coach, Bumrah's return, does it kind of give you the situation where you can play the best possible bowling attack which you had selected at the auction table? You have Reece Topley and Trent Bolt as two swing fast bowlers, and then Bumrah in the mix?
Yeah, I mean, Deepak as well, and the only guy we're missing out is Allah, who we've signed up as a combination and with his injury. But other than that, now everyone's back, so hopefully we keep all of them, touchwood, healthy to the season, and allow them to do what they know best. I mean, Boom's coming back from a pretty decent layoff, so we need to give him that space and not expect too much, but knowing Jasprit, he'll be up for it, and we're very happy to have him in the camp, the experience that he brings, and that extra voice out there in the middle, chatting with Bolty, chatting with Deepak, or any other younger bowler, giving that advice is also very valuable for us. So that's what we're looking forward to from him, having him around.